Trying to learn Mandarin pronunciation? Yeah, it can feel pretty intimidating, right? But what if I told you there's a simple code to unlock it all? Well, today we're going to crack that code together, one step at a time.
You know, if you've ever heard Mandarin and thought, wow, there is no way my mouth can make those sounds, trust me, you are not alone. It's a super common feeling for beginners. But here's the thing. There's a secret weapon, a system that was literally designed to make it all make sense.
And that key is called Pinyin. So, what is it? It's basically a system that uses the alphabet you already know, the ABCs, to spell out Mandarin sounds. You don't have to learn a whole new set of characters to get the pronunciation. It's like a bridge, connecting what you know to what you're about to learn.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to look at the Pinyin alphabet, then the consonants and vowels. After that, we'll get into the secret sauce, tones. We'll put it all together, and believe it or not, by the end of this, you'll be saying your first words in Chinese.
Okay, let's dive right in. The Pinyin alphabet. Think of every sound in Mandarin, every syllable, as being made of two main parts. You have an initial, that's your starting consonant, and a final, which is the vowel sound that follows. Let's tackle those initials first.
All right, time for our first set of sounds, the initials. We're going to go through them in groups based on how you make the sound in your mouth. So listen really carefully, and I want you to try and say them right after me. Ready?
Okay, first up, the sounds you make with your lips. I'll say each one nice and slow, just listen. The first is bo. Now listen to the next one, and notice the little puff of air that comes out. Po. See the difference? Bo, po. Let's do the next two. Mo and fo. The big trick here is that little explosion of air for the p sound. Go ahead, put your hand in front of your mouth. You should really feel it on po.
All right, next group. These are the tongue tip sounds. You'll want to place the tip of your tongue just behind your top teeth. Okay, let's go. First, D. Now, just like before, here comes the one with that puff of air. T. Can you hear it? D, T. Good. And the last two in this group are Ni and Li. And again, that main difference between D and T is that little puff of air. It's a small detail, but it's super important.
Okay, for these next few, the sound is going to come from way back in your throat. Just listen. We have gi, and now, you guessed it, the one with the puff of air, ki. And the last one is he. You're doing great, really. It's all about feeling that difference in the airflow. All right, now for a set that can be a little tricky, but I know you'll get the hang of it. For these, you need to curl the tip of your tongue up and back, almost like it's pointing to the roof of your mouth. Ready? Let's try it. J. Now the one with the air puff, ch. This next one, sh, is kind of like the sh sound in shirt, but remember to keep that tongue curled. And the last one, zh. Seriously, don't worry if these feel a little weird at first. They just take some practice. Fantastic work on those consonants. You've got the first half of the syllable down. So now, let's move on to the second part, the finals. These are the vowel sounds that are going to follow all those sounds we just practiced. Okay, so there are 6 simple vowels, and they're the foundation for everything else. Let's go through them one by one, nice and slow. We have a, o, e, i, oo. And now this last one might be new to you. It's oo. To make this sound, purse your lips like you're about to say oo, but then try to say the sound e instead. Listen closely. Ooh. Give it a try. Now, the cool part is that those simple vowels can combine to make new, richer sounds. So, for example, if you put a and I together, you get I. And if you put a and o together, you get ow. See how it's just a smooth glide from that first vowel to the second? There are a bunch of these, but the idea is always the same. So, we've got our starting sounds, the initials, and our ending sounds, the finals. But now it's time for the absolute game changer in Mandarin, the tones. This is where the pitch of your voice can completely change what a word means. This part is so important. Let's use the most famous example to show you what I mean, the sound ma. The first tone is high and level. Think of a singer holding a single high note. Ma. The second tone goes up, like you're asking a question. Ma. The third tone is a dip. It goes down, then back up. Ma. And finally, the fourth tone is a sharp falling sound, like you're giving a command. Ma. Let's do that one more time, all in a row. Just listen to the melody. Ma, 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 ma.
You just heard the words for mother, hemp, horse, and to scold. 4 totally different words, and the only difference was the tone. Isn't that wild? It really shows you just how crucial pitch is. Okay, so you've got all the pieces now. You have the initials, the finals, and the tones. Now let's have some fun and actually put them together to build a real syllable.
Let's build the word for melon. We'll start with our initial, which is gua, then we'll add our final, or. Put them together and we have gua. But we're not done, right? We need a tone. Let's add that high, flat first tone. And what do we get? Gua! See? It's like building with Legos.
How about a couple more? Let's do the word for flower. That's the initial hua plus the final ua, also with that high first tone. It sounds like this. Hua. You try it. Hua. Good. And for the verb to speak, we have the initial shi and the final ua. Again, first tone. Listen. Shua. Shua. I think you're starting to see how all these pieces just click together.
You've been amazing. You've learned all the building blocks and you've learned how to put them together. And now it's time for the payoff. You are officially ready to say your very first words in Mandarin.
Okay, here it is, the most famous and useful phrase of all, hello. Now, there's a little trick with this one. It's made of 2 third tones, ni and hao. But when you have 2 of those third tones in a row, the first one actually changes to a rising second tone. So instead of saying Nihao, it sounds more like Nihao. Listen one more time, Nihao. Let's say it together, ready? Nihao. You did it! You just said hello in Mandarin. How cool is that?
And of course, you need to know how to say goodbye. For this, we use 2 sharp falling fourth tones. The first part is zai. The second part is jian. Put them together, 再见, 再见. And what's really nice is that it literally means see you again.
So let's just take a second and look at what you've done. You've learned about initials. Those are the starting consonant sounds. You've learned about finals, the ending vowel sounds. And most importantly, you've cracked the code of the tones, the pitch that gives every single word its meaning.
You might have started this thinking that Chinese pronunciation was just impossible. But look at you now. You have the key. You have Pinyin. You understand the system. And you've built a solid foundation. So the only question now is, what doors are you going to unlock with it? The journey is really just beginning.